Good morning, friends.
Yes.
And good morning, Amber.
Yes. Good morning. I mean, even though it's so dreary outside, we can still make it a good day. It's Cinco de Mayo.
That's right. We can still have chips and salsa.
That's it.
Maybe one margarita, not two, not four, right? But it's a good day.
Why don't people like the rain? I love the rain.
Do you really?
I do love the rain.
Well, I love it if I can take a nap.
Oh, no.
If I can't nap like today.
Yeah, you're at work. Can't take a nap.
Yeah, I can't take a nap.
Yeah.
I'm not such a fan of it.
Baby snuggles.
I have a thunderstorm I play at night
Yes.
to go to sleep by.
It is nice. Last night
It
I
is.
slept so well until my work phone started ringing. But between those periods, great sleep.
That was
Yeah,
a great
no doubt.
couple of minutes.
I love the rain. That's great.
So did you say you have like a noise machine that plays the
Just
thunderstorm?
on YouTube, just, a 10-hour thunderstorm. Which is funny because when I wake up, my dogs have paired up.
That is too funny. But it is rather soothing. I will say, going to sleep last night.
It is.
It wasn't anything scary, thankfully, here. We didn't have anything like super, jarring like we did a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Where everything was sideways.
goodness.
So,
Yeah.
but this is really nice. And I'm really excited. So Ken Simmons.
Ken Simmons, yes, that's me.
So what do you do at Escambia County Sheriff's Office?
I'm in the community relations section, which means we go out and, show the sheriff's office, to the community. We do all the events. We do crime prevention talks, lectures, go out and do surveys, things like that. All the nice, touchy-feely stuff with the sheriff's office. So,
Love it. That's a good job then.
It is a great job. Yeah, I'm on my 32nd year at the sheriff's office. So working for my brother now, which is a great thing.
Oh, wait, y'all are in the family together. That's exciting. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I thought that's what you meant when you asked me my last name, and that would be easy to
Listen.
remember. I thought that's what you were going for.
Well,
I said, well, okay.
I never assume anything anymore.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that is very true.
It's so, but that's so exciting. Let me tell you, just gave me just even more hope for Pensacola because it's a family business and a family.
It is a family business. Yeah,
county.
we born and raised here. So I think, you're born and raised here, you have great tie to the community and you care about it, and he, as a sheriff, it's just a great thing for Escambia County and the community altogether. Graduated here locally. He's in the Pine Forest High School Hall of Fame, actually.
Fun fact.
And I'm just a younger brother. I just happen to go there too. So,
That is
but no,
so-
it's a good thing.
Your parents must be so proud of y'all, I will
Yes,
say.
absolutely.
It's so cool. I love that. I want to ask you from your standpoint where you sit just as a citizen for a second. How do you feel just growing up here and in everything that has happened in Escambia County, the growth and alongside of being coupled with disaster and pandemic and change and social injustice disruption? How do you feel that we as a whole have handled the growth and the common decency in Pensacola and in Escambia County?
Great question. Going back, let's say in the 70s, growing up in Pensacola was awesome. It's not a really small town, but it's got a real small town feel.
But you still knew everybody. It felt
Yeah,
that way.
yeah, absolutely.
Everybody kind of knew each other's last names at least.
Sure. You only had, and it's kind of funny, if you look at a church family, you had several big churches in Pensacola, and then you had a lot of smaller ones. We happened to go to like a medium-sized church, but still, Pensacola always felt like a church family to me. And even through the years, as things have changed, we have overcome, shootings. We've overcome, tragedies one after another. Now you have a pandemic, but Pensacola is Pensacola. You cannot go very far without people knowing. Pensacola, been there, love it, great place. And that's why we get a lot of retirees from the military. They come in here, do the training, and they come back because Pensacola is a great place. For the, like I said, for the size of the county, the amount of people we got here is still a small town feel. And they treat law enforcement, just great. They love their first responders here. I speak all the time at organizations, and I tell the guys, I said, I appreciate you guys. You may not think that your first responders hear you, but we do.
Yeah.
We do hear there's your support. We hear, just how much you appreciate what law enforcement does and first responders do for the county. Now the social injustice thing, that's worldwide. It's not just in, up north or, in the south or anything. But for the most part here in Pensacola, it's a community. We understand that there's going to be, good times and there's going to be bad times. There's going to be poor decisions and there's going to be great decisions. But for the most part, they're willing in Escambia County and Pensacola to hear and understand what has taken place, not prejudge or jump to conclusions, but hear what's out there. And understand that law enforcement, we may not have the answers, within the first 10, 15 minutes of being on scene. We may not know what's taken place. But that's a great thing about Pensacola and Escambia County. They give us the opportunity to find out, to research and investigate what has happened. Yeah. And I can tell you, my brother's not one to, if you made a bad decision, you're going to answer for it. You got to do it right the first time, because we really don't have time to go back and do it over again. Right. We just don't have the luxury to do that some of the time, especially when you come to use of force or deadly force or things like that. And from being in law enforcement for 32 years, I don't see really that there's that big of a change in how we respond. You still respond to help people. You still respond to their calls for service. You respond because they need you. And we don't show up to people's house just because, they invite us for tea. Something bad has happened in their lives. And that's, again, a great thing about Escambia County is they understand that. Yeah. We're not out there to give them, tickets because that's, just a great thing we want to do, It's just to say, look, guys, we want you to be more safe. We want you to be more careful. Yeah. You cannot look at law enforcement the way you used to, as in how the public views us. Sure. We have to, be a lot more transparent. That's why Brother is pushing so hard for the body cameras, so they see and they understand what we do. What is being said to us and what we say back to them.
And another thing is being involved in the community. We're doing community policing like it's never been done before here in Escambia County. Absolutely.
One of the things we do in my section, myself and a few other officers, we're certified through the Attorney General's Office, State of Florida, as crime prevention practitioners and crime prevention through environmental design practitioners, which means we took 5 different state exams, several hundreds of hours worth of training to be able to speak intelligently to people about, crime prevention. It goes to the lighting inside and outside their homes, to the shrubbery, the trees, the locks, the doors, all this stuff. And we're going out to people's houses doing surveys for them. And we're not trying to beat people up about it. We're not going to say, lock your cars and all this other good stuff, bad on you if you forget. But it's just little things like that. Spoke to a group last night in Mayfair and said, look, guys, we can't look at crime prevention the same way. You're going to go to Walmart and you're going to remember, not to leave your remote control, to your garage door in the same vehicle that you have your registration and has your address on it. Right. So if I get your remote, I get your address, and while you're in shopping, I'm going shopping at your house. Right. It's just little things like that. That's so if you guys want to survey at your house, call us. We'll come out and do it. Businesses, we do them at churches. We do a lot of that stuff.
What's your number?
436-9914, 436-9914, or K Simmons at escambiaso.com. We're doing a lot of them. We do a lot. So give us a little bit of time and we'll certainly get to you.
And we're super excited to announce that we've got community events coming back.
Yes.
And that is just like, I think everybody's so excited to see a bunch of this stuff coming back. And we're just so happy. Actually, this weekend, we're kind of kicking off with partnering with Gilmore Services on May 8th for a shred-a-thon. It'll be at the Pensacola Interstate Fairgrounds, and that is going to be this Saturday from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. If you have any questions about the shred-a-thon, what you can bring, how many pounds, please contact Gilmore Services. They'll be happy to respond to any of that and give you guys the info. But yeah, that's kind of the first thing we're starting out with. And then next weekend's busy.
Next weekend is very busy.
Yes.
But, we cannot forget this Sunday is Mother's Day.
Yes.
Don't forget Mother's Day.
My husband's listening.
So, yeah.
I'll put that back out there.
Yeah, Amber's. Is this your first Mother's Day?
It's my second.
Second Mother's Day.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. But, yeah, starting next Friday, the Perdido Key Chamber of Commerce is putting on their First Responders Friday. First responders, I mean, I'm sure everybody knows the definition. Fire department, EMS, law enforcement, people like that. Next Friday at Pensacola Greyhound Park from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Burgers, where sheriff's office is cooking up burgers. We'll have the canine unit out there. We'll have the horses. That's pretty cool. People love horses and dogs.
They do. And they get to see, they'll probably do a little demo with the canines.
Absolutely.
And then the horses are just, they're so amazing to see. And our team does such a great job with them.
And
they really
and that's
do.
what it's about. It's showing the community what resources that the sheriff's office has. And just because they're law enforcement, doesn't mean that you can't come up and pet the horses and the dogs. We encourage that. It's a true dog and pony show. So
that is so good.
yeah.
Yes.
So we'll cook the hamburgers. We'll cook the hot dogs. We'll have the Coast Guard Auxiliary out there, and Lillian Fire Department is bringing their equipment over for the kids that love, the fire trucks and the fire department gear and helmets and stuff. That's pretty cool. They love that. So we invite everybody to come out. It's at the Greyhound Park.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's going to be at the Pensacola Greyhound track. That's 951 Dog Track Road. That's going to start, like you said, at 6 p.m. There's going to be burgers and dogs that the sheriff's office is cooking up. You're going to see our canines out there. You'll see our mounted units going to be out there with the horses. I think they've also got other first responders that are going to be there. I think I heard the Coast Guard's auxiliary boat may be out there. Yes. So it's kind of a fun thing to bring the kids to.
Absolutely.
Let them walk around, let them see. But after that is when the sheriff's office is going to have our Friday flicks.
There's going to be a movie.
Yes.
Yeah, there's going to be a movie. I guess it's going to be one of them inflatable movie screens, and they're going to show the movie Max.
It's a story
oddly enough, it's about a dog.
It's about a dog who's a military hero.
Yes. A four-legged hero. So come on out for the meal, then stay for the movie. Yeah. You're going to have, I'm pretty sure Sheriff Simmons will be out there.
He will be. Much of the command staff will be out there. We want to walk around, meet everybody, talk to everybody. If take pictures, be out in the community as much as possible. I'm so excited about this because we've seen it done in other areas, but nobody in Escambia County has done this with law enforcement, doing the drive-in movie theater type thing. So it will be the blow-up screen. Yeah. We're going to have for a military appreciation month. That's why we chose the movie Max.
Absolutely.
So it'll go till about 10 p.m. So after 8 p.m., when the initial kind of first responders thing ends, we'll be starting the movie.
Absolutely.
And,
bringing chairs. It's supposed to be beautiful
fun
weather.
Family night.
Absolutely. Really, really nice.
And it's free.
Yeah, absolutely. Free. Free. Did everybody hear that? It's free.
People love that. And going back to the horses too, the kids love seeing it. And is it called the mounted posse unit?
Yes.
I think it's just
Sheriff's posse. Yes.
And so I've gone to several events too, and they're so amazing with the kids. You guys do an excellent job engaging with them, sharing about each horse, their history, their life, and it helps connect sometimes. Like if kids catch a glimpse of the news, right?
Yes.
They can the world can start to, from the TV, make the show, the sheriff, the police, they're whatever, right? This brings it back to, hey, we're here to help you, we're here to assist you.
Sure.
We were taught as kids, you're in trouble, go see a police officer, not just a random adult.
Exactly.
Right? Go see your sheriff, a deputy with a badge first. They're there to help you.
Exactly. People ask, why do we have horses in 2021? Well, I'll tell you. It's a historic thing, and you ride horses, and back then there's such a great distance between here and there. But the horses now are a tremendous asset for us in large crowds. We can see above what's going on. We can help with crowd control if that is an issue. We can also get on the horses and find children or adults or whatever is lost. We can take them in the wooded areas. It keeps the officer fresh. That's what the horses are for. They're a tool that we use, just like the canines. Canine Sadie will be out there. She's our bloodhound. She's the cutest thing.
She's so sweet.
She is a doll.
I know.
But she she finds the people to play. Hey, when I find this person that's lost, we're going to go have a good time. We're going to play.
Yeah.
And that's her motivation to search. And, she just loves people. She loves finding people because at the end of it, it's a game and she plays. So that's just a real quick thing about the horses and the dogs. That's why we have them and use them.
I love that you jumped to the gun with the question too, because some people are like, why do they still have horses? But you're right. It's an asset and adds an extra level of not just protection, but just looking out, literally looking out for everybody.
That's exactly what it is. And Deputy Anderson, he's our guy at the sheriff's office for the horses. He's been riding horses he was actually in rodeos.
He does a tremendous job.
Yeah. So they train, with gunfire, loud noises, crowds, just any type of distraction that you would think would disturb a horse, because these horses are so well trained. And
they really are.
They obey so well to the guys and girls that are riding them. We do need posse members, so if you're interested, get a hold of Howard Anderson. Call the sheriff's office, ask for him, looking for posse members.
436-9630. If you have any questions about it, you can always email pio@escambiaso.com. I'll make sure all of that gets forwarded to Howard Anderson, and he'll hook us
we
up.
don't supply the horses. You got to have your own horse. So, but other than that, I wanted to mention Saturday the 15th is Burgers and Badges. Okay,
I'm excited about
Burgers
this one.
and Badges. Burgers and Badges is let's call it a picnic. Let's call it a community picnic. Darren and Christy Costello at Costello's on Fairfield and Lillian. The butcher shop's where it used to be. Great people. They have such a heart for this community and the kids that are around them. I was there talking with them yesterday, and the stories that they were telling about the kids that come in there that haven't ate in a while. So what does Christy and Darren do? They make them a sandwich. So anyway, what they're doing is they're partnering with the sheriff's office, and it's going to be at what's the name of the park?
May 15th at Meadowbrook Park. That's on 2 Atkinson Drive. It's going to be from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So if you miss us the Friday night before, May 14th, when we're at the Pensacola Greyhound Track for Friday Flicks, come see us Saturday morning.
Absolutely.
We're out there doing the same thing. We're going to be cooking up hamburgers for everybody, and this event's free too. We're also going to have our mounted unit, and
we'll have the contingency out there as well. But Darren and Chrissy reached out to us and wanted to partner with us and do something for their community. Great people. And again, if you want to go back and talk about Escambia County, you find people like this.
Absolutely.
That are willing to engage with the community, not just be part of it, but live with their community, be who they are as human beings, and love their neighbors and love the kids that are around them. That's what Pensacola is about. That's exactly what Pensacola is about. So and it's a great source of pride for me when we travel, because we take our cars if we have to go to the train or wherever, and people say, oh, Escambia County, I remember that, great place, love it, nice people. And that's true. We're a great community, but it starts with people getting involved in their community, being just who they are as human beings, just good people.
That's right.
Love Pensacola, and it is our 200th anniversary.
Yes, those are stickers on the cars you're going to start
absolutely
seeing.
You'll see most of the cars are having the you'll see a new sticker on the left rear window
of the patrol cars.
That my brother, the sheriff, he's the old-fashioned cowboy guy. He's that old sheriff, back in the day where you just, knew everybody who lived in your town, and, the sheriff was your guy if you needed something. So you'll see a more historic look to the stickers on the sides of the cars. So, and there's some other things you're going to be rolling out for the 200th.
We're going to have badges.
Badges,
New badges
the badges
coming
will
in
be
for the
redesigned. But by statute, there's still certain things that's got to be part of the badge, so that's still going to be there. But the badges will look a little different.
That's exciting.
And you'll just see some things like that. So I encourage people to figure out, you live in Pensacola, look at the history of Pensacola and find out what the cross on Pensacola Beach is there for.
Right. That's right.
If you don't know that, I challenge people out there to look that up and find out why it's there, what it commemorates.
Well, I love that. Like challenging people. I think history is really important for
Yes.
us to bring back. I've had this discussion many times. In fact, it's in the future going to be a regular segment here on this show,
Okay.
because I think especially as we see so many new people moving to this area, or people who were stationed here before coming back to retire.
Yeah.
You know, history is where it starts, and knowing that is so beneficial for how we move forward.
Yeah.
Sure. I think if you know your community, you'll understand where your community come from. You know, we haven't always made the perfect, example, but here's the thing. We learn from it. We move on and we do better through it.
As is in life.
Exactly.
As
That's
each
it.
of us.
Exactly.
Right?
That's
just
it.
So
how we are.
learn about your community. Understand where Pensacola comes from. Get your history down, and
Where
all
do
the
you
way
think
back
the
to Andrew
best
Jackson.
place-
And I'm sorry.
Where do you think the best place is to get a good handle on the history of Pensacola?
Probably downtown, the old Christ Church, some of the museums that are down there.
They just set up a whole new area over there downtown across from the Pensacola Little Theater with
That's
tons of
right.
placards and everything where you can kind of go through and read. It's very interesting because
Absolutely.
the
This is the city of
archaeology
five
digs are
flags.
still
Understand what that
happening.
means.
That's right.
Yeah. And Pensacola was once the capital of the state of Florida, and Jacksonville and Pensacola are so far apart. They thought, okay, we'll put someone right in the middle. So
That's
there you
right.
go. So Pensacola is a great place, guys. If you get a chance, find out what your community is. Be proud of your community.
Yeah, and if you have friends moving to this area, if you have new neighbors that are coming in, I feel like I need to just encourage people to, invite them to get to know our sheriffs and get to know our deputies, get to, understand them. Sometimes if you come from a place where it wasn't that, oh, hey, waving, and y'all wave to me. I'm just like, I'm over here with my kids, like, hello. And so, but we're a family atmosphere here in Escambia County.
Yes.
And they want to know you want to know them, you partner together. That's how we continue to keep
Yes.
our neighbors safe, keep our families safe. And so just encourage your friends, families, people who are coming here to listen to this podcast on News Radio, right?
Yeah.
Listen to
Yeah.
this and then reach out, go to these events, take your kids.
Well, and that's one of the big changes in law enforcement. You have a community engagement now. And it's like the brother said when he was running for sheriff, you're going to see a level of engagement that you've never seen before.
We are.
We have to have that. We have to, the citizens out there have to feel part of the sheriff's office. Don't just call us when, things are bad, but I want them to understand that we're there for them.
Yeah.
Okay. We want to partner with them. We can't do all the stuff that we'd like to do. I can't fix your locks at your house. I can't, fix your doors. I can't cut your shrubs down. But we'll find somebody to help you if we can. And again, we encourage our neighborhood watch programs. If you know somebody in your neighborhood watch that, is an electrician, who is a handyman or craftsman, and there's an elderly couple that need help, we try to put them together. My
Absolutely.
door doesn't lock. Okay, well, let's get somebody to help you with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, crime prevention is, for the most part, if you look at it, crime as a triangle. Okay, and to commit a crime, you have to have these things. You got to have the desire from the bad guy to do it. You got to have his ability to do it. But the third part of that, and the most important, is the opportunity. And what we teach the citizens is that's your job, to eliminate that opportunity to be the victim of a crime. Make sure your lights are working. Make sure that I can see your windows from the street and that you're not having ambush points. You look like you live in a jungle there because I can't see your house.
Right.
And
Yeah.
the bad thing is the bad guys know that. They can be hiding anywhere if you got all this stuff growing up around your house. So take some time,
That's right. I love that.
try not to be the victim.
That's right.
And if you
So-
ever have any questions, please feel free to send us an email at pio@escambiaso.com. If you have any questions about starting a neighborhood watch or anything like that we've talked about on today's show or any other show,
Yes.
send your question there, and I'll make sure it gets to the appropriate person to get you some answers and responses.
And because we're wrapping up here, we have about 40 seconds left.
Yeah.
Where can people go to get information about the upcoming events?
Yeah, you can always follow us on our Facebook page, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. We put a lot of that stuff out there, but our Facebook page is probably the best place to get the calendar of events and see what's going on here at your sheriff's office.
Yeah. And we want to thank everybody on Facebook for joining us this morning and hanging out. And thank you so much, Ken, for coming in and sharing just your love for for Escambia County and wanting to see us continue to thrive. Amber, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. Yep.
Appreciate you guys, everything you're
You
doing.
are certainly welcome. Thank you for having us. Great place to live, guys. I'm telling you, you got a bunch of nice people in this community. Love it.
Absolutely. 1,000% in agreement with you. All right. We'll see you guys soon.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, let's take a quick break and say good morning over there to Mark Jacobs in the newsroom.
Good morning.